Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
U.S. Representative Joanne Emerson explains her vote against the Buffett rule. Also, a murder trial gets underway in St. Francis County. Plus, there are smoother roads ahead for drivers in Carter, Reynolds, and Iron counties. All of these stories and will the sun return this weekend?
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fred Dawkins, and here are the top stories that we're working on for you this hour. Earlier this week, Democrats in the U.S. House brought the Buffett rule up for vote. The legislation would impose a minimum tax on folks earning $250,000 a year. However, the bill was voted down along party lines. U.S. Representative Joanne Emerson says she voted against the legislation because of its potential impact on small businesses.
So many of our small businesses, particularly in Missouri, and of course our small businesses drive our economy, actually file taxes as individuals, and certainly a $250,000 income for a small business wouldn't be considered excessive at all. But they believe that there should be a minimum tax. A much higher tax and a minimum tax on those individuals and or companies. And our response to that is, why are you trying to kill the engine that's making our economy grow again and actually come back from the brink as it was back in 2008?
Emerson also points out that the bill was a bit of political grandstanding by Democrats because the tax would have had very little impact on the deficit.
The president has said on many occasions would close the entire deficit gap. Well, it raises $5 billion a year, and what's very interesting about it is that, quite frankly, if you add that up for 10 years, that's very little tiny bit of money compared to what the deficit is.
Emerson says she doesn't want to support any legislation that would penalize small businesses. Well, now Dustin Kopp is here, our chief weather forecaster, with a look at our weekend forecast. And Dustin, can we expect some sunshine or more?
Temperatures this evening at this hour are in the 50s, 55 right now through Cape Girardeau and St. Genevieve, 56 in Fredericktown, 57 right now in Ironton and Piedmont. A little warmer down to our south at 58 degrees. This evening, temperatures are going to continue to be on the mild side, 59 and cloudy by 7 p.m., 53 at 9 and cloudy, and then by midnight, 47 and cloudy conditions continue. More details on your awesome weekend forecast coming up later in weather.
A 29-year-old Farmington man is set to go on trial Monday for his role in the killing of a disabled former Green Beret. Jason Parent is charged with second-degree murder, second-degree assault, and endangering the welfare of a child in connection with the death of 44-year-old Donis Clanton, who was found dead at his Farmington home May the 6th, 2010. An autopsy determined Clanton died of head trauma consisting of 2 blows to the ear and at least 4 blows to the head. Clanton was a former Green Beret who served 13 years. The trial for Parent's co-defendant in the case, 22-year-old Trevor Grice of Marquand, has not been scheduled. A 14-year-old Central Middle School student has pleaded guilty to second-degree assault. The case stemmed from a March 29th incident where the boy fractured a 12-year-old girl's tailbone. Now, according to media reports, the boy was in court for a detention hearing on juvenile charges. However, a plea bargain was reached. After pleading guilty, the boy was placed on probation. During the proceedings, he apologized to the victim and her family, who were present at the time. The incident came to light when Principal Mike Harlow and Vice Principal Tracy Casey were charged last week with the Class A misdemeanor of violating the Safe Schools Act by failing to report an act of school violence to law enforcement in a reasonably practical manner. Those charges are still pending. The Perryville Fire Department remains without a chief. You'll recall the former chief, Charles LaRose, was fired from the post when it was learned that he was involved in selling city property for personal gain. Perryville City Administrator Brent Burke says he has the highest respect for his firefighters.
It's a volunteer fire department, which is outstanding. I put them against, full-time fire departments throughout the state as far as their response time and the quality of their services.
Burke says the department is functioning with 3 assistant chiefs in place, and the firefighters themselves will decide when they want to select a new chief.
They determine when they're ready to. They're going to proceed with an election to select the next full fire chief.
Burke says the stealing of city property has become a criminal matter. He believes the issue will soon be resolved. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, drivers in Carter, Reynolds, and Iron counties can look forward to smoother roads. That story is coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins, Dawn Arnold, Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp, and Jeremy Martin with sports. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Motorists in Carter, Reynolds, and Iron counties can look forward to improved roads. The Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission recently awarded a $380,000 contract for pavement improvements. The project includes applying a seal coat on Route 49 in Iron County from Route K to the Wayne County line, and then on Route D in Carter and Reynolds counties from Route 21 to Route 60. MoDOT resident engineer Lyndall Husky explains the chip seal procedure.
That's a process where we put down a layer of oil and then cover it with rock, and that's to seal up the pavement, seal the water out of the pavement.
Husky says the chip seal helps extend the life of the road so it can go longer before it needs to be repaved. While the start date has not been set, the project is expected to be completed sometime this summer. The DeSoto Farmers Market opens for their 2012 season on Saturday. Director of Get Healthy DeSoto, Debbie Campbell, says the event kicks off with a parade at 10 in the morning with tractors, a Civil War regiment, clowns, and the city's Little Leaguers.
Hopefully everyone will follow us from the parade and go directly to the farmers market, where at 12 o'clock we will open with bedding plant sales, which will go from 12 until 4.
There are a number of events going on at the market as well. A vaccination clinic for dogs and cats gets underway at noon, and garden pest seminars at 1 and 2. Now, Debbie says they will also have a bedding plant sale on April the 28th before the market's grand opening on May the 5th. Well, if you're looking for an opportunity to enjoy all of nature's wonders this spring, then you'll want to hike on over to Sam A. Baker State Park on a Saturday morning. Park naturalist Michelle Sankson will be leading a 5-mile round-trip hike in the park.
And we'll go by the Civilian Conservation Corps shelters, take you down into Mudlick Hollow, where you'll see pools of water and just beautiful spring season flowers.
Michelle says you'll want to bring good hiking boots, water, and food. Now, the hike gets underway at 9 in the morning and finishes up right around 2 o'clock. Well, still to come on 18 Eyewitness News, a new type of pacemaker for a dangerous type of sleep apnea. We find out about the first man in America to get it and why doctors say it could help heart patients rest easier. That's in today's Your Health segment. Dustin Kopp is in our studios, been tracking the showers that we had today. We'll find out if they're going to linger or they're going to go away over the weekend. Your forecast coming up next.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. We're going to see a sunny weekend this weekend with temperatures starting to warm back up by Sunday and continue through the rest of next week. However, the next chance of rain and thunderstorms will be the middle of next week. Here in southeast Missouri, temperatures in the mild side, 55 right now in Cape Girardeau, 55 in St. Genevieve, Festus and Fredericktown right now at 56, 57 in Ironton, and Piedmont 58 right now in Poplar Bluff. Here at the station, we have a current temperature of 59 under a mostly cloudy sky. There is a little bit of rainfall out there right now. Current dew point at 43 with 54% humidity and a north wind at 14 miles per hour. On your day on Saturday, we'll continue to see that rainfall push off to the east, and we will see plenty of sunshine for your day on Saturday. So for tonight, we'll see a low around 40, 36 in Festus, 39 in St. Genevieve through Fredericktown, 42 in Cape Girardeau, and 43 in Poplar Bluff with a mostly cloudy sky. And then tomorrow, partly sunny skies with a high around 60 here in Farmington, 62 in Festus through St. Genevieve, and 64 in Fredericktown and Cape Girardeau. So for the next several days here in southeast Missouri, on Sunday, high of 69, mostly sunny, 65 on Monday with a mostly sunny sky, Tuesday mostly sunny and 71, 81 on Wednesday, big day for temperatures, one of them at least, with some thunderstorms possible. Then Thursday and Friday, plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the lower 80s. Another look at our weekend forecast here in southeast Missouri. High 60 degrees tomorrow with a low of 41, partly sunny skies, mostly sunny and high near 70 on Sunday. That's Check Your Storm Tracker weather forecast. Fred, back to you.
This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News with Jeremy Martin.
Injured first baseman Lance Berkman is headed to the 15-day disabled list for a strained left calf. Berkman's roster spot will be taken up by Skip Schumacher. Berkman aggravated a calf strain he suffered last week when he chased a pop foul Wednesday night. He was out 4 games with that injury before returning to play a game and a half. Schumacher has been out since midway in the exhibition season. He's played in 5 games in Memphis on a medical rehab assignment. The news on the field was even more disappointing. Adam Wainwright lost his 3rd start of the season as Cincinnati salvaged 1 game of the series at Busch, winning 6-3. The Cardinals travel to Pittsburgh for a weekend series with the Pirates. Lance Lynn, who's 2-0 on the season with a 1.50 ERA, takes the mound for the Redbirds. He'll be opposed by Charlie Morton, who doesn't have a decision this season, but is sporting a 5.40 ERA. For a team that had not won a single playoff game in 8 years before last week, the St. Louis Blues sure are getting the hang of winning in the postseason. Brian Elliott made 24 saves, B.J. Crombeen and Andy McDonald scored, and the Blues moved 1 win away from the second round of the playoffs, beating the San Jose Sharks 2-1 in Game 4 on Thursday night to take a 3-1 series lead. After losing Game 1 at home in double overtime, second-seeded St. Louis has won 3 straight, including back-to-back games at the Shark Tank. Patrick Berglund and David Perron each assisted on both goals for the Blues, who can win a playoff series for the first time since 2002 by beating the Sharks in Game 5 at home on Saturday night. And if the Rams end up taking Alabama running back Trent Richardson at number 6 overall, Steven Jackson understands. Quote, the Rams are going to do what's best for the Rams. It's a business, end quote. If Richardson is the pick, Jackson will fall back on his past experience in succeeding Hall of Famer Marshall Faulk in 2004 and 2005. All I can do is try to be there for the young guy, Jackson said. If he's receptive, I'll help him and do the world for him. And if not, you've just got to compete, and I'm not going to back down, end quote. As a rookie in 2004, Jackson had a timeshare with Faulk on the position, with Faulk getting 245 touches and Jackson getting 153 touches. But in 2005, it was Jackson's backfield. He had 297 touches to Faulk's 109. And in the process, Jackson logged the first of what is now 7 consecutive 1,000-yard rushing seasons. And that's a look at sports. We'll be back with today's Your Live segment right after this on 18 Eyewitness News.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.
Kind of a soggy Friday, but Dustin Kopp, looks like our weekend is going to be good. Tell us how good.
It's not only going to be good, it's going to be awesome. I used awesome earlier today, and Spencer back in the control room made fun of me for using it. But
why?
It's going to be an awesome weekend. I don't know. It's Spencer. But we'll go on with the forecast, and he's yelling right now. It's going to be an awesome weekend. We're going to see plenty of sunshine. The rain is finally going to push out of here late tonight if there's any left. And then we're going to see plenty of sunshine, like I said. Temperatures low 60s tomorrow on Saturday, and then Sunday near 70.
Wow. Okay.
That Sunday temperature keeps rising and rising over the last couple of days. So enjoy it.
What about Monday?
Monday's looking nice too, and temperature's going to rise a little bit more on Monday with plenty of sunshine.
Fantastic. Looks like a great weekend from Dustin Kopp, our chief weathercaster here at Channel 18. Thank you for joining us this evening. We'll see you tonight with more, and then tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for the early morning edition of 18 Eyewitness News. Have a blessed evening, a blessed weekend. God bless everybody.
Have a good night, everybody. Newswatch is next.